Okay, good day everyone. For now we're going to take a look at two extra examples which are both about calculating percentage. In one case increases, in the other case decreases. And I'm going to start with the increases. Take a look at exercise 15a. Here they ask you to calculate the absolute price increase and the relative price increase. And remember, the absolute price increase is just doing new minus old, and it is in an amount. So it could be in euros or an amount of animals, etc. So if we're going to take a look at the absolute price increase, you can calculate it by doing new, which is 757, minus old, right? And don't use any percentages whatsoever. So do this either mentally or use your calculator, and you will find that the absolute price increase is going to be 173 euros. However, and let's say this is absolute. However, if we want to know the relative price increase, we're going to use new minus old divided by old times 100%. So new is 757 minus 584, divide that by 584 times 100%. And of course you may use your calculator for this. However, be careful to first calculate 757 minus 584, and after that divide it by 584. If you're going to put it in after each other and not use brackets, you're going to get a different answer altogether because of the calculation order. If you go do it the correct way and afterwards do it times 100%, you're going to find the increase as a percentage. In this case is not 26, no, it's going to be 29 points. And we have all discussed if we're talking about percentages, we're always going to round it off to one decimal point, so we're going to use 29.6% to be more accurate. Use this notation, and that is as a percentage, so this is the relative increase, right? And you could say that again, the next example is almost going to involve the same steps as the previous one. Take a look at the formula. It's almost exactly the same. The difference is that we now have to leave out the minus sign. Let's take a look in this case at example 16. Not A, you can try that one by yourself. I'm going to take a look at 16b. The number of white rhinos in Kruger National Park decreased from 5,100 to 4,500 between 2004 and 2010. And again, they're going to ask you to calculate the absolute and the relative decrease, right? Because there are less white rhinos in this case. So the decrease you can calculate the same way. Well, you can do it in multiple ways. Again, if you're going to do new minus old, right, you can do that. I think that is more correct. Then you're going to use the same way, 4,500 minus 1,500. Now you're going to find a negative number. And again, in this case as well, you can leave out this minus sign. It just indicates that we found a decrease. So absolute, not percentage, but just the number, the amount. Decrease is going to be 600. However, the relative we're going to calculate using new minus old divided by old times 100% again. So do new minus old. Again, if you use your calculator, first calculate this and then press enter, or do 4500 minus 5100 inside of brackets. Divide this by new 5100 and do this times 100%. Let's calculate 4500 minus 5100 divided by 5100 times 100%, and again round off to one decimal number, and please use a point. 11.8%, and it's going to be negative. But as we have learned, for the final answer, the relative decrease, we're going to leave out that minus that we found here. So the relative decrease is going to be 11, and again not comma but 11.8%. And that concludes the two examples that I wanted to show you about theory C and theory D. And I think theory E, most of you are quite able to try those exercises by yourself.